Hello everyone, and let's talk a little bit about feedback and the importance of feedback. Now, generative AI is not like other technologies, which are very much straightforward, clear, and standardized usage where you give directions to folks, to your staff, teach them how to use it, and they adopt it, and they start using it. No, generative AI needs to be really customized thoroughly to your people, to their needs. And that means that whatever you build first, you should assume will not work as well as it could, and maybe not work that great at all. So you should really focus and create systems for capturing feedback from your employees, from your customers, if you have externally facing tools, from your vendors, if you have tools facing them, all of your stakeholders who engage with generative AI tools. So they are dynamic also, they change over time, they improve. That's another reason that you want feedback. And of course, you will keep putting out new tools over time because generative AI offers a lot of opportunities to innovate. So you have a system to capture and act on feedback that evolves with changing user needs to ensure that these tools become more and more effective, efficient, and user-friendly over time through iterative learning and improvement. Now, when you're thinking about the system for feedback, you need to recognize that no channel works best for everyone. For example, use surveys to measure quantitative insights on usability, but also measure qualitative usability through focus groups and in-depth discussions in focus groups and interviews. Town halls and workshops for your staff can reveal deeper workflow issues and opportunities. So such a multi-channel strategy captures nuanced perspectives. Now, act on feedback. Make sure to close the loop. Capture input dynamically with real-time mechanism. For example, you can have embedded buttons for immediate issue reporting. Act on feedback and show that you're acting on feedback. Share updates and improvements made from your suggestions, which builds trusts and reinforces user contributions. For example, with customers, I consulted for a retail firm with a chatbot that was not perceived as really good by their users. It had low engagement scores and low satisfaction scores. So we set up some post-interaction surveys and focus groups. We embedded a real-time provide feedback button, and we used analytics and the data we got to find and fix tone and query issues. So the result was over 6 months, a 25% increase in customer satisfaction and a 30% reduction in customer inquiry handling time, which is great. So that feedback built on an engaged culture. You need to create an engaged culture through the system of feedback that you create. Track the effectiveness of changes that you make with clear key performance indicators. Monitor things like adoption rates, time savings, reduction in errors. When your users feel valued, they become more invested, and the sense of ownership fosters wider innovation. So recognize users, especially your internal employees, who provide actionable insights, but also other users, external stakeholders, and so on. And more broadly, think about how you can establish an effective system of feedback at your organization. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Wise Decision Makers Show. Please make sure to subscribe wherever you checked out the show and leave a review. It helps other people discover the show and helps us improve the show. And if you have any questions, please email me at Gleb, Gleb, at disasteravoidanceexperts.com.